You've got your perspective. I just want to be happy. More perspective.
What's the question, B?
GaryVee, what's the difference between a successful creative and a successful business person?
The way the person decides to judge it.
Interesting.
You know, like, it's just the way you decide to judge it, right? Like I want to be the most successful business person of all time, but I've decided to judge that as impacting other people, not making the most money. You know, like, what's a successful creative? Everybody in the world seeing it, or 10,000 people being changed by it? It just comes down to how you judge it, bro.
We're gonna be doing the interview on the move.
No, I got my own opinion, but I want to hear yours because, like,
That's mine.
yeah.
It's cool.
Appreciate it.
Take care of yourself. I love your hair, by the way. Can I ask you a question? I've been thinking about this about you for a minute. Like, every time I see you at the Knicks games, I'm always like, I like love business so much. It's all I think about, kind of. I think you're a really unique dude for on some, like, I think your ranking, like arbitrary ranking in culture is really high.
Oh, wow.
Like, when I say that, does that make sense to you? Like, I think people with you way bigger than the way you're playing right now. And so when I watch it,
no, my brother, he tells, a lot of people tell me that I just,
and
feel
by
like
the way, that's fine. I'm talking about, like, thoughtfully thinking about, like, the actual opportunities that you could have. I have no idea what you care about, but I can tell you one thing. What I'm good at is, like, Fila. Fila's our client at VaynerMedia. Like, we rebooted that brand. Like, that brand meant nothing 3 years ago. And I understood that it had more equity in it. Like, that's my whole jam. My whole jam is, like, why was Marvel comic books bankrupt? But then if you looked at it at a different angle, it was a $1 trillion movie franchise. Why was Fila something that nobody gave a about, but if you made dad shoes for girls, it took over? Why was Champion 4 years ago was Walmart sweatpants
no, for real. Now
for 49-year-old white dudes. So on that kick, on some real, call it swag, call it culture, people like you, bro. And, like, you represent something. If you, back to the Players Tribune thing. If, I don't know what it is, I'd be lying if I said I did, but if you do one smart thing that is the right look and enough people see it, all the that I'm talking about right now that you're actually sitting on opens up.
Right.
Maybe, you know what, actually, let me throw something crazy at you. This is a real big compliment. Marky Mark was Marky Mark, but Mark Wahlberg was an icon. The Rock was The Rock. Everybody loved The Rock.
Right.
He was a huge wrestler. Even people that don't watch wrestling knew who he was. Dwayne Johnson is a totally different dude.
Right.
Like, the Fresh Prince you guys are youngsters. The Fresh Prince of Bel, like, when the Fresh Prince when I was a kid was a dope rapper, but Will Smith became an icon.
Right.
I swear to God, that's how I see you.
I mean, I don't even see myself like that, honestly, bro.
By the way, I know you don't, because if you did, you'd be doing different. I understand that you don't. That's why I'm bringing it up. Let me give you, this is a make pretend of, like, how I'm thinking. If you were, like, the face of, like, the breakout iPhone one-on-one game, like John Madden. This is a good example. John Madden, like, had a nice sports career, calling football, and then some small gaming company came to him when video games were different. No, not Tecmo Bowl. John Madden's football. Different company, EA. Tecmo Bowl was the game. That was the game. Just like NBA Live used to be a game and now it's 2K. Tecmo Bowl was the game. And this little company called EA came to him and said, we're doing a football game. Do you want to be the face of it? He said, sure. Basically, that singular decision changed John Madden's life financially, in the leverage he had, and all the things, who knows what he did with it. You know, with the way mobile games work and like that, like, if you were if it was like Nate Robinson's one-on-one, and that became the Fortnite, that would be the domino that then would open up everything else.
I see what you're saying.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
You need to, and by the way, the Players Tribune thing, the big three, in a little way, that's flirting with it. But you said the most important thing. You said, I don't even see myself that way. I know that because those are the decisions you're making versus what I would be doing, which is making a lot more content. Like if I were you, I'd probably go on Instagram Live for an hour every day of my life and just talk to people.
All right.
Like I want you to have the leverage. Ice Cube has the leverage.
Right.
Derek Jeter has the leverage. But you have more actual end consumer natural in you than both of them. I really believe that. I'm being dead serious with you.
I can't wait to see, like you get me excited just thinking about this now, even more so.
It's real.
I mean, because like for me being a father, man, there's so many things that I think about and trying to raise my kids the right way, and you know, they want so many different things and want to do so many different things. They have so many different personalities, so it's like managing all that, still going out working hard, still going out doing things. So it's like trying to micromanage your life, but yet still trying to live.
You know what the biggest problem is for you and I is when people grow up with nothing and they have kids, they want to give their kids too much.
Facts.
The number one thing you can do for your kids is say no. You know how you secretly think in your head how soft they are compared to you?
Yeah. Ain't no secretly. Yeah, that's
Bro,
a real thing.
that's the number one thing you do for your kids. I'm telling my kids already, I'm like, 13's coming, and 13 you're gonna go from real rich to real poor. I'm like, I'm not buying you.
That's funny.
And honestly, it's gonna be the thing that makes them happy. Because when you're on the payroll and you're 23, it's over. It's over. All right.
Go ahead, man. Thank you, man. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for having me, bro.
You got it, bro. Let me take a photo. Let's take a photo.
Of course.
What's been going now?
So I mean, I've been like in between like working and stuff like a regular job and kind of like doing music, and I didn't know like if I should just like I feel like I should just stick to the music and just grind it out.
Bro, you should live as possible and do the music because you don't want to have regret later. You can always get a job.
Exactly.
What job do you have?
She's repping the round two.
What job?
Sean.
I saw it.
I've been like doing some painting.
Good.
So
You could always paint. You could always work at Starbucks. You could always get a job at VaynerMedia. You need to see through the music, but what you need to know is when you're doing that, you're signing up or eating. Like that, those Pumas need to go into studio time. I'm being serious, bro. Like if you're gonna see it through, you gotta pot commit. Like you can't be here right now. I'm being serious. Like I know, like you know, it's good networking and I get it, but like you gotta make the music. Cause music's amazing now. You're one song away. You're one SoundCloud moment away. That's just real life.
Good, working with Justin on a bunch of stuff for you. My artist that I manage made this for you.
This is remarkable. This is fresh.
So Bear Walker designed this for you.
Dude, this is amazing. Thank you.
We love your shoes.
Yo,
and
how can you guys ship this? Like if you
100%,
ship it,
100%.
I'll actually give it some real love. But I don't want to.
100%.
I don't want to like take it and not take it to.
No,
get
it's perfect on the wall, man. You
That's
hang this up.
that's why I'm saying like ship that to my office. I'll rock
100%.
it.
Absolutely. Can we get a pic real
Yeah,
quick?
of course. It's great.
So let's go ahead and move on with that, right? Like you continue to level up, and I see this. You've got again the sneakers, tops, wine techs. Like I could go on and on. It seems to me that every time I go on social media, it's like Gary's showing up with something, right? So is the come up easier than the level up?
They're the same game for me. And I think for some people, the come up's easier and the level up's harder. For other people, it's the reverse. For me, you know what? It's gonna be a fun recall. The same guy who works the room with the same level of humility and deep passion to meet people and help them and help himself if serendipitously he stumbles into an opportunity, who loves to co-sign and watch people shine and like, why not? Who likes to like add to that, you know? Is the same guy today that was 7 years ago, and that's the same with me with wine techs, tops. Like I'm pretty much navigating the same exact business blueprint that got me here, and I'm a more mature version. I'm in the subtleties much better than I used to be, but at its core, like what, you know, a lot of times you hear this saying, you know, what got you here is what you need to double down on, and then you hear contradictions like, you gotta change up now that you're at the next level. I think people make those things absolute. Here's how I see it. I'm tripling down on what got me here, but I'm maturing and evolving around the edges and changing certain things, more mature, more thoughtful, not making the same mistakes, experienced Gary should be better than rookie Gary. You know, where you end up in your, you know, your career is going to be predicated on many things, and talent is one of them. Your ambition is another, circumstance. You know, all of us, if we have a tragic event, check out. Right. Like, there's a million variables in life, but take away luck. Like, you know, do you know that I do not play the lottery because I'm scared to win?
You're scared to win?
I do not play the lottery because I'm scared to win, because then everybody will say that it was the lottery ticket that enabled me to do the things I'm planning on doing the next 50 years.
Do you remember our talk that we had in Denver 3 years ago?
I probably drank a whole bottle, D-Rock.
In Denver.
Digital Summit, like a little room.
Yep.
That was the moment that changed my life. Like, that put everything into motion. And I left that day feeling so rejected.
Yep.
And just felt like
I remember.
I just got turned down, dude. It's like I just got turned down for a dream job type scenario. And I went home and looked myself in the mirror. I was like, this guy's right. This guy's so right.
There's a small, but I'm getting big enough, large percentage of people who don't like me. And it's because of that thing. I don't want to call people fake entrepreneurs. I don't want to say that they're on daddy's money. I don't want to say that they're delusional or lost or have the wrong marketing strategy. That's not fun for me. I hate being disliked. I'm a tough guy on camera and on stage, but you see how I act in real life. I'll spend 20 minutes to let somebody, the reason that takes me forever to network is it takes me 7 minutes to let them down kindly. There is no, you know, but I cared to help you. Like, it's what I did in Toronto the other day.
Right.
Because I'm watching, I'm like, ooh, if you can tweak it even a little.
Right.
And you have, which is why so much good is happening.
Yep.
You know, the end. You know, like
marketing.
Hunger is a really interesting thing. You know, hunger is an interesting thing because when you're hungry, when you get an opportunity, you tend to overgorge.
When I think back is like...
Real quick on this. Yeah. It's a really important analogy that I've thought about, but I've never said out loud. When you're hungry and you get to a buffet, you throw up. And so when people are hungry for success and they get in front of me or anybody else or an opportunity, they overeat.
Truth.
I know.
It's facts.
And I know you get it.
I do get it.
And I think that you're eating a couple less plates now at your at-bats, and that's why things are happening.
Yep. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate that, man.
It's true. It's true, bro.
I love you, dude.
I love you back.
Can I have a moment? I'm
Yeah.
off this empathy wines. But in 2014, that's when I found you, Gary.
Yeah.
2015, I wanted to get a tattoo of you, and then whenever I met you, I was going to show you that tattoo. You'd be like, what is wrong with you? That's it, pretty much.
Do you have it?
Are you getting emotional, bro?
No, whenever I see you, Gary, I don't say anything. You know, that's the respect that I had. Just don't say anything to you. Just say hi, hello. I met you a couple of times, showed you rolling.
Yep.
I just don't want to go off the whole way the whole time, but at the end of the day, man, you were kind of like the father I never had, low key. Straight up, bro.
Crazy,
really,
bro.
yeah, dude.
Thank you, bro.
Really
That's really
cool,
like.
Yeah. You really changed the
It's
whole
so crazy to
aspect
be
of
at this
my
point in my
personality.
life where like now I've put enough on film and audio and wax and whatever you want to call it that some of this is starting to happen already. Like these conversations are happening already, and I'm like, man, I'm 43. Like, yeah. All right, I'm late as for here.
Yeah,
You're not coming to this, are you, Derek?
No.
Okay.